Welcome to Crypto Geeks. Let's talk about what the Senate has declared about XRP and how the price can go extremely high. Let's get started. Senator Toomey has recently said China's authoritarian crackdown on crypto, including Bitcoin, is a big opportunity for the United States. It's also a reminder of our huge structural advantage over China, according to financefeeds.com. Ripple Labs has responded to Senator Toomey, who asked for feedback on crypto and blockchain laws. Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's general counsel, tweeted a summary of the firm's answer in 3 bullet points: encourage innovation sandboxes for crypto, increased public-private collaboration, engagement and consideration by the Senate of existing legislative efforts. It all comes back to clear regulatory frameworks that allow innovation to flourish with consumer and market protections. We don't have clarity today in the US, despite those who insist on incorrectly suggesting otherwise. Thank you at Toomey for engaging with the industry, Mr. Alderoty added. Ripple's full response, which can be found here, the first introduces Ripple, its product, and XRP, the native asset, to the open-source ledger. Although Ripple utilizes XRP and the XRP ledger in its product offerings, XRP is independent of Ripple. The XRP ledger is decentralized, open source, and operates on what is known as a consensus protocol. While there are well over 100 known use cases for XRP and the XRP ledger, Ripple leverages XRP for use in its product suite because of XRP's suitability for cross-border payments. The document addressed to Senator Toomey then mentions SEC's April 2019 guidance and how even SEC Commissioner Pierce criticized it, comparing it to a Jackson Pollock work insofar as it splashed lots of factors on the canvas without any clear message. Ripple praises SEC Commissioner Pierce's sandbox proposal. The letter also reminds that SEC Chair Gary Gensler, while at MIT, stated the issue was deserving of a worthy public debate, and for XRP and other big market cap tokens, there needs to be clarity in the market. Ripple welcomes Commissioner Pierce's proposal of a safe harbor under which network developers would be exempt for 3 years from the registration provisions of federal securities laws, during which time they would be allowed to launch their products and develop their networks through token transactions. If network maturity has been achieved, at the conclusion of the 3-year period, token transactions would not trigger securities registration requirements under SEC Pierce's proposal. China's crackdown on crypto is a reminder of our huge structural advantage over China, said Senator Toomey. The letter then focused on public-private collaboration as an essential element to achieving optimal outcomes instead of regulating innovation and job creation out of this country. Senator Toomey is likely to agree with that, since not only is he asking for feedback from blockchain companies, but he has recently commented on China's crackdown on Bitcoin. China's authoritarian crackdown on crypto, including Bitcoin, is a big opportunity for the US. It's also a reminder of our huge structural advantage over China. Beijing is so hostile to economic freedom, they cannot even tolerate their people participating in what is arguably the most exciting innovation in finance in decades. Economic liberty leads to faster growth and ultimately a higher standard of living for all. Ripple calls Senate to consider 2 new proposed bills. Ripple's letter then suggested the Senate consider the 2 new proposed bills, the Securities Clarity Act (SCA) and the Digital Commodity Exchange Act (DCEA). Both the SCA and DCEA seek to provide legal clarity to industry, markets, and consumers in a way that an ad hoc regulation by enforcement approach simply cannot. Moreover, these bills are an implicit acknowledgement that laws drafted for our legacy financial system cannot simply be overlaid on cryptocurrency and blockchain. Rather, a tailored, flexible approach designed to address and remedy the specific challenges presented by this space is required. Ripple encourages the Senate to consider both the SEA and the DCEA as they work to provide the certainty that is needed to keep industry within the United States while also maintaining the strong consumer and investor protections that have made American capital markets the best in the world. So can XRP reach $500? So according to Shane Ellis' theory, she wrote that, in my professional opinion, XRP can reach very high numbers dramatically faster than any other coin which is currently on the market. As you know, Ripple has now partnered with a number of exchanges around the world, and surely this number will grow. This network of liquidity providers will become the go-to place for buy or sell for retail market makers, as these are the exchanges that are servicing transactions for the payment flows of the institutions. If an exchange is not within this liquidity network, then the XRP in these exchanges will drain away as retail investors begin to move their XRP onto the platform. As one can expect, no exchange will want to miss out on the potential for making money, where servicing XRP transactions would provide a healthy income stream for the exchange. Unfortunately, most exchanges are simply not large enough with enough capital backing for Ripple to sign them as a preferred exchange. Now, onto the method of price increase, which we believe will occur. We can guarantee that the spread on the exchange for XRP will be extremely tight. Pre-funding is necessary to guarantee transactions made by financial institutions. We can't have any of the transactions fail due to the lack of XRP liquidity. These exchanges will also be reliant of the XRP provided by market makers to bolster the XRP liquidity, thus adding to the exchange total supply. Now, the exchanges will prefer, at first, to use the XRP from market makers to increase the price of the XRP coin. Now the XRP price numbers get much higher than this if you take a look for yourself, but it makes sense to use these orders to push up the price in a dramatic fashion so as to provide a stable pool of XRP liquidity to service further institutions and FX transfer. The exchange at this point can then create large buy or sell walls at either side in the magnitude of tens of millions of XRP from their very own supply to ensure price stability. By performing this simple maneuver, the exchange cannot be accused of XRP price manipulation, as the retail orders were filled first and then the exchange stepped in to service the rest of the transactions. We mention the phrase "at this point" due to the fact that no retail investor knows when XRapid is going to go live, so this can in fact happen at any time, and Ripple needs to remain this way. By ensuring this, they can guarantee a one-time rapid price increase that professional investors will also be glad of. They will want to ensure, in fact guarantee, that market makers are then priced out of the market, and those who are intelligent enough to have already purchased will be flocking to sell their XRP in an instant. They will need to sell at a lower rate to ensure the sale of their coins, as placing them in a pool of tens of millions of XRP will not fill their order immediately. We know this seems such a simple process to be believable, but make no mistake, this is what will happen, and it will be happening all over the world on the RPPS at the same time as all XRP liquidity providers will begin tight alignment regarding XRP price. We wanted to add the figure for you, which is an easy to understand number that will guarantee a price of $500 per XRP. This is on a single exchange, granted, but when XRP goes live, and it will without the knowledge of retail investors, the production corridors will begin to flow simultaneously. This will happen and the price will increase in perfect synchronicity on all Ripple preferred exchanges all over the world. So, Bittrex order book currently shows that from 27 cents to $500 totals $39,544,766. Transacting $39,544,766 at this point will instantly push the price of XRP to $500. $39,544,766 is all it would take to push up this price on the USD XRP market. All other markets, BTC XRP, ETH XRP, USDT XRP, on this exchange will rise in tandem to coincide with this price. It will not take billions of dollars to push up this price. You can see this now clearly. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel.